Hello and welcome back. I'm Mar28 and this is another episode of Bevo's Tech Pack. And what an episode this is going to be. Quite recently, like 2 days ago, the pack updated to the new version, which is, I believe, 17101 full. There are two versions of Bevo's Tech Pack. There is the full version, which is made for a little bit beefier machines. And then there is the mini version, which is just, it's tech without some of the more straining stuff like, say, the weather mod and things. But anyway, if you're looking at my hotbar, you might notice something a little familiar. The crescent hammer. Crescent hammer can only mean one thing, right? Thermal expansion is now available for 1710. So this is not just a straight port of thermal expansion 3. No, this is thermal expansion 4. So there's some new stuff like this enervation dynamo here. If you feed this guy redstone or things that contain redstone flux, it will actually drain the power out of it to add it to the network. So using this, you could potentially, say, have like a cell you put in there and you can drain it that way. I don't know why you'd want to, but you could. And you can also upgrade these guys. So right now this has the integrated redstone circuit. If we take that out, you'll notice that you no longer have this little tab here for controlling it. So it's we lost that base feature. Whenever you craft this guy, it comes with that already in there. A lot of the thermal expansion stuff now will have a lot of these augments already in it. And so whenever you make a machine, you'll have the basic features that you were used to, but you can take some of those features out in order to upgrade a certain aspect. Doesn't really come to play too much with dynamos, but I mean, like, for example, I made this thing here. This is a secondary transmission coil, which doubles energy produced in what just fell, at the cost of an additional 20% fuel consumed, which is actually pretty good. So if we put that in here, this thing would then run over here at maximum power is 160 redstone flux per tick, which is pretty freaking awesome. Though we're not going to be using this guy just yet. I have plans for him later, just not now. So what I've been thinking is I have a good amount of resources from that trip to the Twilight Forest the other day. I've processed up all the ores and stuff. Most of it's up there, but I have enough on me for what I would like to do. Oh, and you know, before I get too far into this, also added was Mine Factory Reloaded, which is a very good thing, and simply jetpacks. And I am going to make one of those jetpacks as soon as possible, not right now. But it's they're so much better than the IC2 ones, it's not funny, mainly because of one simple fact. You can give armor upgrades to simply jetpacks. Plus, they actually have a hover mode that lets you hover instead of the little thing from IC2 that makes you bob up and down if you want to try to remain relatively... Yeah, no, we're not doing that. It's not a good fit. Oh, and my Ender Lily over here, I finally have 2 of them. So I've officially doubled production. Though for some reason, this guy doesn't seem to be growing right now. This one's going like crazy, though. Alright, so before I get off on another tangent or get distracted by something, so my main goal for today, I want to put some of the materials to use that I got out of the Twilight Forest, and I'm thinking it would be really fun to put together a digital miner from Mekanism. It is a targeted mining machine. If you've ever used Mekanism, you should know what this guy is. It is amazing for what it can do. It can be used to mine, but if you get creative, you could also use it to control a tree farm by telling it to pick up logs and leaves, which is pretty neat. It can be used to, it can be used to do a lot of stuff. For example, if I were to put that guy down after making it, I could tell it to pick up only stone. And it would literally pick up everything in the world. It would pick up all the stone in that set area, leaving the ore, the sand, the gravel, and you would just be able to see what was inside of the chunk, except for like the rock and stuff, which is pretty neat. It's amazingly configurable. You can filter it by item stack, by ore dictionary, and I think you might be able to go by string. I'm not sure about that, but it is extremely useful. There's only one or few things that you would have issue with, and that was from Thumbcraft, but I don't know that ever got fixed. Anyway, I am getting off on a tangent again, and we don't want that. So one of the things I'm going to need to get started on making these guys is I'm going to be able to make some of these atomic alloys. I think altogether I'm going to need about 5 of them. Because I need one for... No, let's go back here. So I need 1, 2. Don't need any for there. Alright, so 2 there. So it's 2, 4. I need 6 of them. And I thought I needed 1 for the robot. Yeah, so okay, I need 7. I need 7 of the atomic alloys. They're not really hard to make. It is a enriched alloy that you then will combine with diamond dust or compressed diamond. And then you get the reinforced alloy. How do you make compressed diamond? Huh. Compressed diamond. So enrich a diamond, you get compressed diamond. How does that differ from crushed diamond? You know, I really don't want to sacrifice a diamond to find out, but let's, Are you enriching? No. You're crushing. Okay, let's get you. And if I macerate this, I'm going to get the IC2 one. I'm not going to get the one I want. Just for the sake of science, we're going to make a quick run up to the tower here that I've been working on. It is definitely not ready yet. Okay, let's get into regular mode here. It's definitely not ready yet. I'm still toying around with some of the designs and stuff. I kind of like the way that the front of this is looking right now. It's got a little bit of texture to it, though it is kind of... I feel like I need something inside of this area right here. Or something that's like coming down that way. I think it looks really neat, though. Alright, so we're just going to come over here, and this should be the enriching one right here, right? Yeah. And let's make sure we turn eject off real quick. I was able to get this back on my server, by the way, so currently the tank here is completely full since it's been running all day. This weather does not look like it's doing so good. Alright, let's go back and see what the difference is between the two of these. I'm betting that the compressed one might give a little bit more. Is that hail? I think that's supposed to be hail. Not that I really deal with hail living in Florida, but yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's use this one. So if we put in the diamond dust and the purple, it gives a diamond 10. You put compressed diamond in, it gives... Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, it's 10 times the yield. So yeah, considering it takes a diamond either way, don't ever crush a diamond. Put it through an enrichment chamber. That is so much cheaper. Anyway, so I got distracted. We're going to need 7 of those, which means we're going to need 7 of the alloys. And that is actually a good fit right there. And this guy's still got some speed upgrades on it, so it's not going to be too terribly long to get this going. Can you please go away, NEI? Oh, nope, you're not liking the key. That's fine. We'll deal with it. Alright, so while we get this going, we'll go ahead and pull these out. Put these in over here. And let's see how much this takes per operation. I'm hoping it only takes like 10, because if so, I'm set. I don't need to worry about anything else. Yeah, it only takes 10. That's... yeah, we're going to go ahead and make up 11 of these guys. I don't want to waste any of that diamond. Alright, so that's 7 there, so I need to do 4 more. 2, 3, 4. Split that in half, and you can go in. Yeah, that was actually a lot better than I thought. So combiner, chemical injection chamber, factories, elite cube. Mostly factories. Oh, and the elite mechanical pipe. I don't think I need to move that much frickin' fluid. Ooh, elite control circuit. I might actually, Please tell me I don't need one of those. I don't need one of those. That's good. That is very, very good. Okay, we got you. Let's process up the last of these guys. So what we need to make next is we actually do need to turn these into the atomic alloys, which means we need the... We're going to go with the compressed obsidian, because I have a feeling that it is going to be the better option. But that's going to take refined obsidian dust, which is made from infusing diamond dust and obsidian dust. Alright, so we're not going to... I probably shouldn't have made all those up then. So let's see if we can get away with just doing one. Are you a crusher? You are. No? No crushing? Shapeless, shaped IC2, macerator, enrichment. I have to enrich it. Can I just... I get 2 that way, right? You know what? I find myself not caring. We're just going to macerate it. I can't be bothered to do it properly. Alright. The weather out there sounds absolutely freaking terrible. When I play this, I have headphones on, so it seems kind of loud to me, but I try to keep the sounds down fairly low so it's not overwhelming. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's going. That's good. And this should get me the refined, or the cleaner, whichever dust that is. Okay, so refined obsidian dust. And let's go ahead and run this through the enrichment chamber. Hopefully that'll give us a yield better than 10. So far, the only thing that this weather mod has really done for me is just make things really gray. I'm not sure I like it, to be honest. The weather seems always to be the same thing. It's always storming. It's really kind of There we go. Also, another reason to switch away from IC2 jetpack. It only goes up to the old build limit that Minecraft used to have, so I can't go too much higher. And it would definitely be useful to be able to go up to higher heights while making a building in the clouds. Speaking of, I think I need to actually get some clouds for something. Alright. There we go, compressed obsidian. Somehow, over the course of the past few days, I think I already mentioned this before, but the zombie we had in here managed to die. This hole got poked in here somehow. I think it was lightning. Not only that, though, but the zombie that we had trapped in our floor over here, doing the little telltale heart thing, he's also dead. He just disappeared randomly. And he shouldn't have despawned since he was holding an item, so I'm not quite sure what happened. It might be a feature of, you know, I really don't know. Alright, so this guy is officially empty. Let's go ahead and put you in here. What do we get? 100, so that's great. That's actually really, really good. Let's go ahead and just process up the 10 of these guys. Let's see, if I needed 7 of these, I'm going to have 3 extra. I think I might actually be able to make something else of fairly useful utility. I'm not sure how well I'll need it now that we have these tools, but it might be interesting to see how well it works. Oops, ow. No, I'm still good, I'm still good. Just don't step on a dog. They don't like it. But I can't make that. Oh well. Alright, so it's going to take a minute. While this is going, I'm going to go ahead and do some of the little bit simpler crafting steps, and then we'll be right back, okay? Well, you don't really have a choice in the matter. We'll be right back. Alright, so most of the boring stuff is out of the way. I actually have everything I need right here to make a digital miner. This actually wasn't too onerous to make. The worst of it, I think, was probably getting the robot, which was really not that bad. If you make sure to use the compressed diamond, you can get a lot more of these obsidian ingots than using a crushed one. But I didn't need that much crushed diamond, so either way it would have been a waste. Anyway, let's go ahead and get our digital miner here. And Is there anything in here? No. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to go ahead and set it up over here in this little room. You notice there's a ton of coal here. I think this might be a bit of retrogen, though that zinc is not. Okay, I should be able to put it down right there. There we go. So right now this isn't going to do anything. It doesn't have any power, and it takes 40 redstone flux per tick. I thought it took more than that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and set up this enervation dynamo right... will it power it right there? There is a hitbox there, so I think that might be okay. No. Alright, so let's wrench this up. How about right there? Nope. Now we play the game of where the heck is this going to connect? Alright, so put you on backwards. Hello, backwards. Oh, there we go. So I think that's actually empty. It's a bug that it's showing that right there. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and put in the secondary transmission coil, and we really don't need to put that back in, but let's do it just to heck of it. And throw in a block of redstone. So, okay, it's building up slowly, and that is chewing through the actual, I don't know how much power that's actually going to make. But this is getting pretty full up. And the internal buffer is building, if that's accurate. Doesn't seem to be going too far past 70. Matter of fact, it's dying down, but that just could be because this isn't doing anything. Anyway, so what we want to do, we want to go to config. Right now it's set to look for radius of 10. We'll just leave it like that for now. A minimum of 0 to a maximum of 60. Right now we are at 73, so it won't touch this stuff. We want to do a new filter. You can do by mod ID, material, or dictionary, item stack. For now we want to go or dictionary, and what we want to look for is ferrous, because I need that for a lot of Tinker's Construct stuff. I need that for a lot of thermal expansion stuff. I promise you I'm not tired. Anyway, and I don't believe I have any immediately near me, and I think or nickel should be the right value. Yeah. Let's see, inverse mode, no. Reset, silk touch, and just for the heck of it to stop holes from being everywhere, we're going to fill in this slot right here with some cobblestone, so that if it does mine anything, it will fill it back up and start. So it actually doesn't look like it's finding anything. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and reset this, go to config again, and instead we're going to do ore star. That'll get every single piece of ore. And silk touch. Wow, that really raises the energy cost. You're only doing 160. We'll need more power for that. Let's just leave silk touch off for now. So it found 2,000 things. It's already got some tin. Now this is not terribly fast without any upgrades to it. So we are going to steal them from the metallurgic confuser. If I go ahead and click 1, 2, yeah, I just made the 2. Okay, I thought I had more. We're going to put these in here. Alright, 126. That's about to the capacity of what this thing can do. It's pretty neat though. This is a really awesome way to mine stuff up. As long as you have materials in it like I do right now, it's not going to leave any real holes to the terrain or anything. So it will pick up all of the ore, and as it's picking it up and breaking stuff, it's going to deposit cobblestone back in the world where it was. So if you got really creative, you could just get like a bunch of the smooth stone stuff and put this in there, and nobody would ever know that you actually mined stuff out, because it would blend in pretty close to perfectly. This, however, is going to make my life a lot easier. I was doing something similar to this using the mining tree over in the Twilight Forest, but using one of these guys on top of a hollow hill, that's definitely a lot more effective. Though I would want to be able to use Silk Touch so that I can get fortune using my hammer for the diamonds and stuff. But you cannot deny the effectiveness of this. There is one other thing that I want to play around with a little bit. And it's not these jars here that I made. I have no idea what these are supposed to do. They just kind of look really, they look interesting. They're firefly jars from Twilight Forest. It's just a firefly and a glass bottle. And then you get this thing. Ow. Stop that. And then you get this, which is, it's neat. It's not useful, but it's neat. How much power am I going to get from that one block of redstone? This is just crazy. Oh, so they did get some retrogen here because there's silver ore. That's good. Oh, I know what I wanted to try. Do I have any of this stuff over here? Crafting, obsidian. Do I seriously not have any skystone? Alright, we're going to go ahead and tell you to stop real quick. Reset. Config. New filter. Item stack. Skystone. Save. So it should be a lot easier to mine up the skystone using this thing than trying to do it myself. I was going to make a atomic disassembler for that, but I would have a hard time justifying to myself creating one of those guys when I have all these tinker tools and stuff. And for the most part, the atomic disassembler is actually really good tools. It's a really good tool. It's basically an electric paxel for Mekanism tools. Paxels themselves are already incredibly strong, and the atomic disassembler is definitely also incredibly strong. It also looks pretty neat, though it is kind of there's something weird with the way that it renders. I don't know if that's still an ongoing bug, and you have run out of power. You know, this is an impressive amount of work, considering that was a single block of redstone that we put in there. Let's put one more in. So that's pretty neat, and it's majority of the power is coming from this secondary transmission coil, because getting twice the power for only 20% more fuel is freaking amazing. Yeah, this is pretty neat. Okay, we're just going to let this do its thing. I may have said that I was going to make the jetpack later from Simply Jetpacks. I lied, I'm doing it now. My IC2 one, it's drained. It's just, it works okay, but considering the amount of times I need to recharge it, it's not so great. And even though I'm only making the lowest tier one from Simply Jetpacks, and yes, I'm going to have to recharge it fairly often, it is upgradable. So I can take my leadstone jetpack, which is what I'm making, and I can actually upgrade it to a hardened jetpack whenever I get access to Invar, and I can make all the rest of the stuff here. And they're not, well, they're not cheap, but they're definitely more expensive than IC2 jetpacks, but they're not terrible. I mean, most of this is redstone and bronze for the next tier, with a bit of Invar thrown in. The reinforced ones, they get kind of expensive. I mean, kind of really expensive. But I mean, this is Electrum. Electrum's not bad. I honestly don't know how to make the Signalum ingots. Requires destabilized redstone, silver, copper, and copper. So yeah, that's not terrible, but it does take a bit of infrastructure to do. And I imagine that this gets even, yeah, aluminum, electrum gears. Yeah, that's, yeah. Anyway, for now, though, we're just making a leadstone jetpack. The good news is I actually have the vast majority of this stuff crafted and ready to go, so we can go ahead and finish up making these leadstone thrusters. They're 2 steam dynamos, 2 servos, 2 glass, 2 copper gear, a reception coil, and 2 lead ingots. So 1, 2. Like so, and you know, I think I forgot the frickin' I forgot the ingots. Anyway, we're gonna put this guy right there, and we need to go get 4 lead ingots, which is gonna be this color stuff right here. Get back in there. There we go, leadstone jetpack. And there is something else that we're going to make. We're going to go ahead and make the iron armor plating for this. That is 5 iron ingots and 4 tin. I have the iron on me, I just need to go get the tin. Iron, that can go away. Tin is this one right here, and that's 4 of them. Just put it in the corners. Okay, we get iron armor plating. I'm not sure how you actually apply this stuff. It's not a crafting recipe, so we'll see what happens. So let's go ahead and equip this. No, that doesn't do anything. Use while sneaking to apply armor plating. Okay, so hold shift and there we go. Jetpack energy 0%. That's unfortunate, though it is good that it actually tells you. Let's see how quickly this charges up. Currently my power on this thing is fairly low since I've been running stuff non-stop. Some of the ores that I can't process in my setup up there, mainly like the stuff from Flaxbeard's steam power, like the zinc and stuff and the aluminum I've been just processing down here. I'll come up with a better solution to that later, but for right now this works. That's an unfortunately common refrain for a lot of the stuff I do. For now, it works. Alright, so we got that. We have free runners on still, so that's good. Let's go ahead and charge these. Actually, no, let's find this out. If I go ahead and... So do those recharge? Is any of this recharging? Or do I have to actually hold the item? I have to actually hold the item, okay. How do I turn you on, jetpack? Oh. Hover mode. Disabled. You know, let's go inside to find this out. I don't want to die while looking at the keyboard options. Oh, it actually shows the armor. Awesome. Alright, so we're going to go to Escape, Options, Controls. Alright, and we're looking for simply jetpacks. Switch mode on off is F. There we go. Definitely not going to win any speed contests for this. Dun, 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 dun. The best thing I can say is it's a smooth ride, and it's a quiet ride. It's a very, very quiet ride, actually. Well, I just had a delightful bug. I just got killed, and I had a gravestone drop, but it was in the air. And after breaking, I put a piece of stuff under it and tried to break it, and I lost every single thing that was inside that gravestone. All my tools are gone, my jetpacks are gone. Yeah, I'm not a happy mall rat right now. I have the materials to get everything back. The only thing that's really going to annoy me is the loss of a Ender Lily seed, which I'll eventually get back, but it's I'm annoyed. I am severely annoyed right now. That sucks. Alright, I need to get to work on getting some of that stuff back. It is, however, going to be a bit of a boring bit of work. It also means I need to get more manila, and I think I'm out of it. Poop. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this here, because really it's not exciting doing that stuff. So, just take one last look at my building so far. It's a muddy, gray, muddy, blackish color. It's an odd sound. I'm still trying to work on this, trying to figure out what I want to do. I have this set up with this little structure right here. I might revert this back to what I had originally, which is over here. This is basically like this on both sides. It's got this kind of little like lip thing right here. I just have to figure out how I want to do the interior, the doorway or whatever. Anyway, I want to go ahead and thank you for watching this episode of Bevo's Tech Pack. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave a message below, and as always, have a good day. And don't trust tombstones. Ever.